Alright, sir. So who do I have here with me today?
My name is Brian.
Brian, like I said, nice to meet you, man. How old are you and how long have you been displaced?
I'm 38 years old and my story of displacement has a range to it.
Can you elaborate?
I will. A nasty breakup mixed with COVID, mixed with being a 1099 contractor since 2013. I'm an ASU graduate. Go Devils.
Man, shout out to you.
I'm an undergrad. I'm currently pursuing a master's degree there as I can.
Wow, man.
But the last 4 years have been less than nice to me, and that's saying that nicely. To anybody out there who's struggling, anybody out there who has come up from trials and tribulations,
addictions, things like that, or no addiction?
Literally, whether or not addiction is a part of your thing, it was a part of mine, and I'll be upfront and honest to anybody watching this video. I was a highly functioning addict for the better half of my life, but it'll get you.
I hear a lot of people say highly functioning addict. In short, what does that mean for you in your definition? Is it just mean that you work while
yeah,
while
so
getting high?
So like, look, for me it was a reward system.
That's different.
If I'm getting my undergrad, that I'm working towards a master's degree,
yes, sir.
and I have the entrepreneurial thing about me. Like, look, man, I've been busting my ass since I was 16 years old. I'm 38. That's the better half of my life. I know what it takes to earn money, and I'm not afraid to do what it takes. I've sold drugs. I did a lot of. I'm your classic white boy. Right?
Elaborate.
I am gonna. I know you can edit this, so
yeah.
let me be real, because I know you got your wits on here. I'll be more real with you if I'm not holding my mic, because then I can just talk to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Me, BMX, motocross, snowboarding, skiing, skateboarding, adrenaline sports. My father was a professional motocross racer in the 70s and the 80s. So I grew up in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s.
When things were still real, in my opinion.
Also having a father who pushed me to my limits. He taught me how to hunt. I was about to go buy some ammo over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Wow. Why were you gonna do that? Just
for range shooting and hunting. Like,
yeah.
I'm a gun owner.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Exactly. Thank you. Like, yeah. I'm a gun owner, but I'm a responsible gun owner.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love their shop over here,
yeah.
But that's not why we're doing this interview. What really messed me up was through, like, to succinctly say it. I mean, man, y'all could have TEDx talks about me, but, like, to succinctly say it, what has happened to me in the last 7 to 8 years now, counting, is I had the dream. Where right now, flip your camera right here. Look at what we're saying in front of. That's a Range Rover.
Range, yeah. Yep. Okay.
All these nice vehicles, right?
Yeah.
There's one across the street, which
Tesla.
And my point of saying this is addiction does not discriminate.
100%. 100%.
You're looking at a 38-year-old man who was a millionaire by age 23 while going to ASU right down the street.
Dang, that's crazy, man. That's awesome. What did you do?
I'm not saying this to brag or boast.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is addiction does not discriminate.
It can happen to anyone.
It can happen to anyone. I've been in jails, prisons, rehabs, detoxes. I butted elbows with Charles Barkley.
What? Not Charles Barkley.
Yes, sir. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
And Barkley is very honest about his story. But, however, when Sheriff Joe Arpaio was in charge of the tents, and people were getting DUIs and getting busted for drugs and this and that, they had a celebrity side.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember that. Tyson was there.
So, my boy Charles.
Yeah.
Not calling you out. I'm just saying because you know. It can happen to anyone, man. Like,
that's true.
I was a latchkey kid growing up. My parents were uneducated. They were broke. They worked multiple jobs to give us the best life possible. And I have my trauma with my parents, but I will say this. A positive note on my parents. They did the best they could with what they had, all right? Yeah. So I'm not here to tell anyone to, like, live in that victim mode. Yeah. And this is the message I hope I deliver and that anyone watching this receives, is there's tenses when we're talking vocabulary, right? Is, was, were, will be. The thing that I see the most throughout not only my struggle, but being in programs, being in AA, being in Celebrate Recovery, being in Dharma, practicing yoga, spirituality, la 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 la. I mean, you want to ask more questions?
The list goes on.
The list goes on and on, right? But we can get there at another time. What I'm trying to say is, my personal experience, if you identify as a victim, you will stay a victim. Look, there ain't nothing wrong with what happened to you.
100%.
It doesn't matter if I'm white, yellow, brown, black. None of that shit matters. What matters is, look, life happens to all of us.
Dropped in this game called life. Play chess, yeah.
And you have the opportunity to look at adversity. What lessons have you learned? What is that teaching you? Where is that guiding you? Where are you going to take that? Or, look, here, I'm going to do this for you. I'm a little fat right now.
It's okay.
I'm gaining weight.
No, it's good. I need to lose.
But what I want to show you is this tattoo right here.
Oh, that's dope. It looks like a lion with a shark.
So it's duality.
Okay.
And if you want to make more videos with me in the future, I
definitely do
elaborate. But duality, how would you know if you're happy without ever being sad? How would you know darkness without the light? How would you know light without the darkness? Duality is a part of life. And look, like, life can hit anyone. Jesse, I don't know who that man was. He came up to me. He was a little bit abrasive. He goes, "I got a cigarette."
Yeah.
And I know how he feels. I'm like, "I got a little bit of tobacco. I'll roll you a fucking cigarette."
Yeah.
You came up to me. We got this lady in the Range Rover who's backing out
Yeah.
the jewelry shop. Who knows what she's going through, right? She does. You know, like, all in all, what I'm trying to say is we are people.
Yeah, I think that
Every single one of us, caramel, black, brown, yellow, white, what the fuck ever. We gotta stop with the hate.
man, I agree with you. I think empathy and compassion has gone down a long way. Even as far as respect, man.
We gotta stop with the hate.
Yeah,
And you never
awful,
know.
man.
Listen, look, I'm gonna be real in front of this camera right now. I know you're gonna chop it up or edits, whatever, but I'm gonna spit while you got me on here. Do you have enough light? Yeah, you're on a
good.
Sony, of course you do.
Yeah,
Low light camera. That's fine. Dude, everybody loved me when I was making $250,000 a year.
May I ask what
When
you were doing?
I had the Toyota Tacoma 4x4 with the big tires, and I'm cool, right? I have tattoos, and
Yeah.
I know how to play guitar, and I'm a drummer, and like all these identities that I built, I had to build, because it's hard for someone to really listen to me. Like they'll hear me, but are they listening? Not necessarily. Like, I'm the quintessential white kid from the suburbs. That's how people look at me. And reality is I'm a black sheep middle child from multiple broken marriages, multiple broken family household dynamics. I'm the first person to graduate college in
That's something to be proud of, man.
ever. I was like trying to think of some like nice way to say that, but I'm the first person in my genealogy to graduate college and do the style and the norm. I had it all. Look, y'all, I had it all. I went to school right there, ASU Sun Devils. I went there, but to get there, I had to go to SCC, Scottsdale Community College. My parents said they had money for my college education. They blew it on cocaine, alcohol. The rest I will leave up to your imagination.
Yeah.
There were no funds for me nor my brothers. I have a stepbrother, I have a half brother, and apparently within the last 4 years I learned about I have a half brother that I will never probably see unless I do 23andMe. Shout out to y'all. Maybe y'all can help me. It's not funny, you know. And that's my personality developed from adversity. When I josh around and I make jokes, God's a comic. Whether or not you believe in God, God is your person, or the light's changing. But you're on a Sony. You're good.
Man knows.
You know, I'm not here to say like let me kind of kick it back for a second. There's a hard difference when it comes to mentality And I'm talking about being a victim of a circumstance. You were a victim of something that was out of your control. And then maybe you deviled a little bit. Maybe you played. Maybe you dabbled. Maybe you went to the dark side for a little bit. It's okay. That's how we learn, right?
That's how you do it.
What I'm trying to get at is you were a victim. You are not a victim, but that is a choice that you make here.
So it
And
starts in the mind.
you're looking at a person with a undergrad degree, working on their master's degree. I did the white picket fence thing, societal norm. I had the girlfriend, I had the beautiful home, I had the dog, I had it all, right?
Don't say you had the cat.
I like cats.
Yeah, no.
I'm still a dog dude too.
Yeah, I know, it's cool.
Yeah, but essentially what I'm saying, y'all, is like, look, you're looking at what I have right now. Today, literally today, I lost in an auction. Well, your wife has my phone. I'd show you the text messages. You might want to go grab that for a later edit.
Yeah.
I begged and pleaded with the store manager of CubeSmart Storage. Like, look, I'm all right with losing my Cali King bed. I'm all right with losing my Crate and Barrel coffee table. What I'm not all right with is not having the opportunity to make a payment plan to them. I owe them $528.
Yeah.
My life is in that storage unit off of the baseline in the I-10. Shout out to CubeSmart. Fuck you. Like I said, if your wife had, I can show you the text and
Yeah, I believe you.
I'm gonna get real with you right now. They did not give a shit, and what I told them was like, look, y'all can have my materialistic shit. You can have the bed. You can have my tools. You can have my camping gear, my climbing gear. The materialistic stuff, I will regain, because how else did I ever have it in the first place?
Yeah. You're the type of person that's
I know how.
turn nothing into something.
So, what I begged of them, literally begged, I sent emails, text messages, multiple voicemails, saying to them, because their corporate policy was, well, if you cannot pay the $528.19 plus the fee that we're going to charge you for a new lock, because we're going to lop your lock off with our bolt cutters. So not only do you owe us what I just said, but now you got to buy a $20 lock for us to relock your shit. And I got real with Rose as best I could. I was the manager at a location, and that's as far as I'll go with identifying anybody.
Yeah,
But
please don't.
I told her, look, everything that's in there came from a life where I built, not only by putting myself through Scottsdale Community College here at ASU, continuing my education, becoming an entrepreneur, making stupid money, guys.
Yeah,
and look,
crazy,
look.
buddy.
I say this with the utmost brevity. Money will not make you happy.
Man, I always hear that.
You are looking at a person who grew up in the gutter, but I wasn't allowed to express my experience because I'm white.
Yeah, that's awful, man.
So I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole of.
Yeah, that's fine.
What I'm saying is, guys, we're all human.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we're all human. It doesn't matter white. What's that Michael Jackson tune? It don't matter if you're black or white. Right, but you can expand it, right?
Yeah, it's everything.
It's
man.
everything. Look.
Gotta have empathy, buddy.
And
in this world.
And it is a hard thing to be an empathetic person. It's a hard thing to be on a spiritual level where you see things for as they are, but you see things how they were or how they could be. The list goes on and on. What I'm getting at, guys, is life does not discriminate.
Very true.
People discriminate.
Facts.
You're looking at a little skinny white boy from the suburbs of Tempe who had to deal drugs and be a gangster to educate myself. And I'm not saying that with pride or like, the reason I'm saying that is like, I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
What I wanted to focus on was BMX, motocross, wrestling, snowboarding. I was pro-am at almost all of those areas.
Man, that's crazy. That's cool, man.
However, my parents, my peers, there's no blame in this game. I learned that there was fast money and fast life. And it worked for me for a while. Until I regained faith in Christ.
That's always good, man. Never feel bad about, you know.
I bounced back and forth between agnosticism and atheism. But what God has given me on my path the last 3.5+ years, reading about Peter and Paul.
Oh, man.
Kings 1, Elijah. I identify as an Elijah. I feel like I have been sent back and forth. I won't get all religious on it, but if there's any lick of any fucking blah 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 that I've muttered tonight, is don't identify with not only what's in your mind, all the negativity that's in your mind, because I know it's there. Don't identify with that, and B, don't listen to anyone who's telling you otherwise. Because if you're still kicking, you still have faith, and you're doing the right thing, and every day you view it as an opportunity to be a better you, no matter the circumstance. Resilience. Be tenacious. You are a child of God. Whatever God that is to you, Allah, Jesus,
it's all the same.
It's all the same. Find your higher power, connect with it. That could be meeting a nice gentleman like I'm doing right now. That could be buying a cup of coffee or rolling a cigarette for someone who really
needs one. Yeah.
He wants one, whatever. Like, he was kind of rude about it.
Yeah.
But whatever, he wanted a cigarette. Whatever, man. What I'm saying is, It's bigger than us people. Because trust me,
Sure.
and this is not a brag. This is real talk. The industry that I've worked, construction. So working construction for. I've signed some NDAs.
Yeah, you don't have to say
I've done
names,
some,
but
yes.
it's-
Well, I can't. But what I'm getting at is I've poured concrete and asphalt for some of the world's billionaires,
Yeah.
and I've also I've been blessed with the opportunity to travel internationally. All kinds of things. I'm a very blessed person. However, what I'm ultimately trying to get at is I have seen the depths in the eyes. I know that there's a spectrum. If there's any kind of message I could leave with you guys is, as humans, there's a spectrum. It doesn't matter that I'm a privileged white kid who happened to grow up in the ghetto, and I happen to make something out of myself. And now I'm on a bike and I have a backpack and I'm technically homeless. Like 3 years ago, I could buy you a new Volvo. I could buy you a new whatever. It's just life doesn't discriminate.
I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'm gonna put it back.